away or find an excuse. Hello everybody, Tom here from the Company Code. I hope you're all well today. Today we're going to discuss the age-old thing about people coming up with excuses which really, one, aren't the real reason, and two, hold no weight. I don't want you to think that I'm being cynical, and I'm not trying to call anybody out here, but the fact of the matter is, the only person that stops you doing something in your life is you. And that is a fact, okay? Nobody else stops you. You stop yourself. You get in your own way, okay? And I'm going to elaborate on this, okay? So, we've all heard the excuses from people about why they won't do things. And I'm going to laugh here, but it's got to be said, okay? So first one is your age. I'm too old. What a load of rubbish. You're not too old. You may be, in certain respects, unable to do something because, you know, your age can be a factor. But let me give you an example here of somebody who, up until recently, defied his age for many years. That's my uncle, who's formerly in the Navy. So he's armed forces. So yeah, he has that fitness, he has that routine and that discipline. But he was part of a running club, and he was in the top 3 best runners in his running club. He beat people 25, 30 years younger than him, no problem. I went running with him. I'm not unfit, and I just about kept up. And that's the honest truth. And this was years ago. This was like a while ago, you know. And he's only stopped in recent years. But the fact of the matter is, you can't allow your age to be a barrier. When somebody says that they're too old, they're doubting their own body. They're doubting their own fitness, really. And that's what they're saying. They're not allowing age to be a factor here, because it shouldn't be, okay? You're never too old. As I say, it's never too late for an old dog to learn some new tricks. Simple. Second one, and it's quite common. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to keep in touch. I'm too busy to do something. No, you're not too busy. You have your priorities elsewhere. And that's an absolute truth, okay? And I am not ashamed, and I'm not embarrassed to say that this is a fact, okay? When somebody turns around and says they're too busy, what they really mean is, you're not my priority. I've got bigger fish to fry and more important things to do. It's as blunt as that. And I would rather somebody be that blunt with me and say, look, I've got other priorities that take precedent over you. It's not very nice, but it's true, okay? And I accept that. And I myself have other priorities sometimes, which means that other things are pushed down the pecking order. Now, I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine, Matthew, who's like my best mate, when he was in a relationship, a long-term relationship with the young lady, he was with her for like nearly 7 years, we kept in touch. We didn't keep in touch as much, because I appreciate that a lot of his time was taken up by his girlfriend. But we still kept in touch. We still made the effort with each other. You know, being busy is not an excuse for cutting somebody out of your life. At the end of the day, if you have any sort of value, you'll make time for somebody. Just like you'll make time for doing something. This is what I'm getting at. Okay? Another excuse that I hear a lot is, I can't do it. I can't do it. Why can't you do it? Why can you not do something? You believe you can't. What that really means is, I won't do it. It's fact. You will not do something. You've decided in yourself that you're not going to do it, okay? As Henry Ford, the creator of the motor industry, said, the guy that made the motor car and that brand, whether you can or you can't, you're right, and it's true. If you believe you're not going to do something, you won't. And saying I can't is actually really means I don't want to, okay? And that's it. It's fact. It's all I'm trying not to be cynical here, but these are all laughable scenarios when people say these things. The fact of the matter is, if you want something bad enough, you'll do it and you'll find a way. Example, again, I can't afford it. Can you really not afford it? Or does it involve sacrifices you're not prepared to make? See what I'm saying? And again, people will go, oh, I generally can't afford it. If you generally can't budget for it, okay, fair one. But a lot of the time, it ain't about that. It's just basically to get what you want involves a hardship you don't want to face. So the message today is clear. When somebody says one of these statements, or many, many more, what they actually mean is something completely different. It's all down to the desire for what you want, and all down for them wanting to do that particular action. So these are excuses that are made to soften the blow. People go, oh, I'm busy, and most people go, oh, and accept it, when really what they mean is, you're not my priority, and I'm not putting any effort in, and that's fine. But have a guess what? In this life, it's all about exchanges between somebody to make a two-way in a relationship, or an action of an opposite and equal reaction, okay? If somebody doesn't give back when you give, alright, we should never expect it, but the fact of the matter is, there should be an energy exchange there, okay? It's the same on YouTube. When you like somebody's video, really they should do the same with you. They don't always, but they should make the effort. That's the whole idea of supporting a channel. You subscribe to someone's channel, they support you, you support them. That's how it works. That's how it should work. But again, don't expect the people to always do this. That's just how people are. As people, we are fickle. And I've learned in life the hard way that this is quite, happens a lot, where people go, oh, and they'll come up with an excuse. Excuses are there, and they deflect from the real reason. But this is how life can be, and this is how people can be. And this is not me slagging anyone for doing it, because I've done it too. I will admit that I have made excuses. I will admit that I have not maybe given my time when I should have. But the older I get, the more I'm trying to make time for things I want to do. What brought this video about was a friend of mine the other day saying how he missed lockdown. I was like, you missed lockdown? Are you crazy? But when he explained why he missed lockdown, I kind of understand. He missed lockdown because he said he had time to pursue creative pursuits that he probably would not have time for. But my retort would be, if you really want to do it, you'd make time. Excuses are the first step to procrastination, okay? Throw your excuses out the door today and become a doer. That's what I say. Guys, first of 3 videos this week. I really hope you've enjoyed being here. Thank you all ever so much for watching, and I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of 3, put down in the comment section below, would you class yourself as somebody that gets up and goes and does, or are you somebody that ponders too much about the whys? At the end of the day, no judgment. I can understand things get in the way sometimes, but as I said to you earlier, the only one that gets in anyone's way is you. And if you're in the way of yourself, that's really bad. Really it is. Straight away, that's not good, okay? Remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a thumbs up and a like. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know when the next content's out. Until then, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. I will be back with another video in a couple of days' time. Until then, take care of yourselves, and bye for now as always.